Hello everyone. So I want to take a minute to give you an update on how the food plot is going. So you'll see here I fenced them in a few weeks ago to cut down on the browsing of the deer and the turkeys eating the seed and the deer eating the saplings or the sprouts. So it's come along pretty well. So I'll move the camera over and let you take a look at it. So this is all buckwheat. And you can see it's turned to flower. So it means I have within 10 days to chop this down. I imagine well, I was up here 2 weeks ago and there was no flower, so I don't know how long exactly it's been there, but generally once it starts to flower you have 10 days to knock them down before it starts to seed. So now the question is I've got seed with me. Question is do I knock it down now or do I come back next weekend and knock it down then? So that's the question. Get this zoomed out here. So I'm kind of worried if I can't make it up here next weekend, then the flowers will go to seed and it will choke out my fall blend that I plan on putting down. It's a little early for me to put the fall blend down. I wasn't planning on putting the fall blend down until the middle of August, and this is the last weekend of June, or excuse me, last weekend of July. So if I come up here next weekend, which would be the first weekend of July, I'll be putting my fall blend down a week early and knocking all these plants down, but I gotta make sure I do it before they go to seed. So here's the flower. So it's fairly fresh. I think I have the, I think I'll be okay even if I actually miss coming up, because it isn't starting to grain yet, but well, a little bit. I think these small white pods here, that's the grain, that's where the seed will come. I think I have time even if I don't make it up here next weekend. I think I'll be okay, but they've done pretty well. This was mostly the Domain Outdoors overhaul, which was the buckwheat and tillage radish. The tillage radish didn't really come out. I've got one on the other side that come up. I believe that was from my second seeding, because we had such a drought this early summer that I had to keep coming up here and bringing water with me. I'd come up with 20 gallons of water, put 5 down in each food plot, run to my buddy's house, fill the bottles up, and put a second 5-gallon down before I left. That did the trick. So, like I said, I do have at least one tillage radish on the other side. Bring you over there and let you take a look at it. Hold on. Yeah, so I got 5 other blends that are from the Domain Outdoors. I've got 5 different seed blends I want to mix together and throw the seed down prior to knocking down the buckwheat. Buckwheat will lay on top of the seed, provide moisture and protection from birds. So I got a lot of thinking to do if I'm going to do that this weekend. I gotta really figure it out. I did take Monday off, so I've got a 3-day weekend this week. Let's come over here and see what we got on this side. Yep, there's definitely some more radish growing in here, more than I saw to begin with. So got some over here. Got some radish right down in there. Look over here on this side. And this is just the one plot. I haven't even checked the other plots yet. I'm just getting here. Still got some sprouts growing from the last time I was up here seeding. Some smaller buckwheat. Yeah, there's definitely some radish in here. That's good to know. Okay, so I decided I am going to take care of the food plots today. Unfortunately, since I didn't know that the buckwheat had flowered, I didn't bring my weed whacker. So I think I'm going to seed, and then I have, instead of going through and just stomping them all down, the buckwheat breaks really easy. So I don't have a cultipacker, didn't bring my weed whacker. So I think I'm going to do is I have a empty 55-gallon plastic drum down at my camp down there. So I think I'm going to take that and just roll it across the buckwheat. So show you the seed that I have. What we have here is got 5 different blends. I'll zoom in here. So I've got 2 containers of Green Machine. We've got 1 BS, Showstopper, Bombshell, and Hot Chick. I'm gonna mix them all together in a 5-gallon bucket, and then put them in that broadcast spreader. Excuse me. Once again, since I didn't know I was doing this, I left my broadcast spreader at home with my weed whacker, and so I had to run to Tractor Supply and pick up another one. So I'll show you what the different food blends are. So first is the Green Machine, and the reason why I went with 2 of these is because I had a lot of success with them last year. So this is, let me put my eyeballs on. All of these are Domain Outdoor brand. I really like this stuff. There's no fillers in it. It's just what it says on here. There's no ryegrass, no unneeded fillers. So what we have here is it says Green Machine is a highly attractive cold weather food source that will remain green throughout the winter, making it the perfect fall and winter food plot to feed your herd all winter long. Green Machine contains varieties of winter rye, oats, winter peas, winter peas, forage rape, and radish. These plant varieties have been specifically chosen for their cold tolerance, quick germination, and ability to attract more deer. So yeah, once again, winter rye, ryegrass, not plain ryegrass, but winter rye, big difference. Oats, winter peas, and brassicas. It says here, full or partial sun, hunt plot, backwoods plot, pH range 5.8 to 7. I know that these 2 plots here are in the 6 to 7 range, 6.4 to 7. Plot down here and over here are high. They're above 7. There's nothing I can do about them this year. Next year I'll put some sulfur down, lower the pH some. So well drained, dark, rich, sandy, rocky clay. That's the soil type. Soil type's well drained, dark, rich, sandy, rocky clay. So I've only got about 6 inches of dirt here, and then it goes into sand, about 6 inches of dirt. Then it goes into sand and clay, which is the whole reason for doing the buckwheat to begin with, is to improve my soil. Fertilizer, 300 pounds, 19 per acre, 1/4 inch or less. Planting dates July through September for the northern region where I'm at. July through September. Central is July through September. South is August through October, and cold weather tolerant. So this worked real well for me last year. Got a lot of good browsing. Then we got the No BS. Minimal tilling required, fast growing and shade tolerant, deer forage, perfect for partially shaded, hard to get to plot locations back in the woods. Pretty much everything is the same. Planting dates north April through June and July through September. Like I said, this is the last weekend of July, so I will be doing this 2 weeks earlier than I planned on originally. No BS plot mix is a perfect food plot mix if you don't have heavy equipment to assist with your food plot preparation. If your pH is right, by simply roughing up the soil with a hand rake and removing leaves and debris, you can create a soil environment that will allow the no BS mix to germinate and grow. This mix contains oats, clover, forage rape, radish, and chicory, and is designed to establish quickly and attract deer to those hard to get stand locations back in the woods. So once again, we have the oats and clover, forage rape, radish, and chicory. So this had some oats and forage rape. Yep. So, and then it's also got the clover, radish, and chicory. And now these two here, the Showstopper and Bombshell, are very similar. So seed type is annual. pH 5.8 to 7 on both of them. Soil type is the same, well drained, dark, rich, sandy, rocky clay. Tilling, minimal, plow, disc, or hand rake. It's the same fertilizer, triple 19. Same seed depth, 1/4 inch or less. And the same planting dates, north July through September, central July through September, south August through October. So all these are pretty much going to be very similar with their planting depths, dates, and the soil types, which is the reason why I'm using them up here. If you go on Domain Outdoors website and click on their plot selector, it brings up a nice little illustration of the different, on the left I'll have the different varieties they carry, and then it goes across with little dots about what they're best for, you know, soil types, sun coverage, pH, the dates to plant them, all that. And these 5 pretty much clicked all the boxes for what I needed them to do. So like I said, these are fairly similar. Rutabaga, hybrid forage brassica, turnip, and rapeseed for superior forage production and incredible attraction in the fall and winter. This one has Ethiopian cabbage, collards, again the hybrid forage brassica, and again the forage turnip. So very similar in both of these. So even though they're slightly different, very similar. And then the last one is the hot chick. Locations are full or partial sun, logging road, backwoods plot. pH is 5.5 to 7. Soil type, well drained or moist soil, dark sandy. Tilling, minimal required. Plow disc or hand rake. This one's got different fertilizer, 62330. Seed depth is the same, 1/4 inch or less. Planting dates for the north are March through June or August through September. Central is March through May, August through September, and south is September through October. So yeah, I think all of these are going to work real well. I do have slight problems with this one over here, top of the hill. There's very little dirt. It's almost all sand. So stuff's not really growing that great there. It's growing a little bit. I got a decent amount of buckwheat over there, a little bit of the tillage radish growing, but a lot of bare open spots. So, you know, that's the whole purpose of doing the buckwheat to begin with. So we're gonna go ahead and throw all of these, and you can, if you want to look at how the seed looks, this is the green machine. So see the type of seed, a lot of peas. You know, I don't know what the other ones are. I believe the small pellet ones are the forage rape and radish. I believe the rye, the winter rye, is these big seeds. And then the No BS has got a lot more of these big seeds in it again. I'm gonna trip over a root here. So if you look here, like I said, it doesn't have any fillers. So the variety, purity, germination, toll, but Arctic brand oak, trophy rapeseed, crimson red clover, daikon oilseed radish, viper annual white balansa clover, chicory. Other crop is 0.25%. Weed seed 0.15%. Doesn't have any garbage, no actual ryegrass. So we're gonna go ahead and mix it, put it in a 5-gallon bucket, mix it up, throw it in this new Groundworks broadcaster, which I picked it up at Tractor Supply today, and just looked at a review on YouTube, and that guy said it's junk, but it'll serve its purpose for today. So we'll get back with you guys in a little while. See ya. Okay, so we use the garden rake to go around the perimeter of the food plot and rake up the areas on the outside edges that if there was anything growing, it was very little. So that's all ready to go. Got the seed in the broadcaster bag. There's all the seed right there, and we've got 5 gallons of water. So we'll put afterward. Oh, and we got the blue barrel for to roll the buckwheat down. So we'll put after we get done seeding and rolling the buckwheat, which rolling it shouldn't affect the tillage radish, or whatever tillage radish is in there, shouldn't affect it at all. The buckwheat stalks break really easy. They hold a lot of water. There we go for you. So they break really easy. They're hollow in the inside, and they hold a lot of water. You can see all the water coming out of that. See all that water there? A lot of liquid in the inside these stalks. So go ahead and throw that back in there. Add biomass later, and we'll go ahead and get this going. Guess I'll leave the camera on and let you guys watch me for a moment. That should be plenty. Now we get our barrel. I really think this is going to work out just fine, just like this. Oh yeah. So what we're doing here is we're killing the buckwheat before it can go to seed. Nice bee here. These are really good pollinating plants. Brings in a lot of the bees and butterflies. Got a nice bumblebee right here. Anyways, this will this we're killing the plant before it has a chance to seed, which will choke out the fall blend that I just planted. And now with the buckwheat laying on top of the seed, it'll help deter the birds from coming down and carrying off all the seed, and it'll provide biomass and water to the seed that's on the ground right now, help retain the water. All right, that worked out much better than I could ever even hope for. Worked out wonderful. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of the areas where the buckwheat's the thickest. I'm gonna spread it out to the areas where there wasn't any buckwheat to cover up the seed. And I do still have some other sprouts down in here. And like I said before, that this shouldn't affect the tillage radish that's in here at all. Like there's nice tillage right here. There's a few of them in here. And this buckwheat's real good for the nitrogen in the ground. Spread this out a little bit. Yeah, I guess that's good enough. So yeah. Now next year, I'll extend the food plot out much further. I'll extend the food plot. Trip my fallen logs. I'll extend it out that way. So probably go double the size it is right now. I think every year I'll increase the size by 50%. So, or actually this one next year I'll go 100%. I'll double this completely. Go up past over here somewhere. Right around in that area there where that fallen log is. You see right about over there. And then maybe perhaps even take it out a little wider there. I don't want to go too wide because I can only see so much from the deer blind. All right, that's what we got. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that with the other plant or the other plots. After I water this, I'll go do the other plot and then we'll call it a day. So thanks for joining us, guys. Bye.